Hey guys, what's going on? Druzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video and another concept style video that I've done once before in the past here on the channel. I made card concepts for superhero cards that hadn't come out, or still even haven't come out in the game yet, of things that I thought would be really interesting to be added to the superhero theme. Well, now we are doing an episodes exclusively based on the COVID special episodes where the kids were adults and the adults were adulter or older characters. So these are from those specific specials that were aired on the streaming platforms in the within the last few months, right? So if you haven't seen those things, I don't think that these card concepts will ruin anything for you. Although we do obviously have had a card concept come into the game for the future theme, which of course was Future Randy, which jumped into the game in December. So this card's been out for a little while now, and I think it's actually a really solid addition. So I decided to make cards to kind of tie along with this theme, with this future concept, with the kid units this time instead of just Randy. So these, again, are my concepts that I came up with myself. These are not official cards that Red Links is making, nothing like that. Have to disclaim that at the beginning of this. These are just fake card ideas that I've come up with. If you have ideas for cards, similar, different, agree, disagree with my collection that I created here today, let me know down below in the comment section. You guys always do anyways. But let's just get right into the video here and look at the first card concept today. Of course, we'll do this beautiful transition here into this first card, which of course was in the screenshot, which is Future Stan. So Future Stan, all these cards, as a disclaimer, I've put in the neutral theme to tie along here with what Future Randy was done being added into that theme. So Future Stan, I had as a fighter unit, which Stan has stayed a fighter unit the entire time so far in the game. 3-cost card, which has been pretty similar to other Stan units. 196 health, 40 damage. I think with most of these cards, I scaled it up a little bit over some of their other versions of these cards. So I believe this is a slight scaled up version over what the base stat line was for Stan the Great. I think it's just a little bit more scaled up, not overly powered, but like a little bit stronger. He has a charged unit where he uses Alexa to do area damage to all enemy units. So I believe the charge would probably be somewhere around 10 seconds. That damage that Alexa does would scale up, but basically he would summon in Alexa. I don't know how it would happen, but you know, a lot of the big things tied into the episodes were with Future Stan with using his Alexa. So I thought that that would be a cool concept to kind of throw in there, right? To have Future Stan and Alexa be utilized at the same time. I don't know if that would be possible just for copyright issues, you know, right, with Amazon and all that kind of stuff. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they could make it work if it was a real thing. But I just felt like it needed to be something that tied to the episode and to the way the character was presented in it. So I thought that this would be a cool way of doing it. So that is Future Stan, guys. Let's move on to the next card concept. All right, my next card concept we're going to talk about is Future Cartman, a 4-cost fighter card. So not a tank for Cartman. I decided to switch it up a little bit with this because already we have a tank with this future theme, I get, if you want to call it that, with Randy. So I felt like maybe Cartman needed to be a different type of card, and just assassin didn't really make sense, or range didn't make sense. So I felt like another fighter made sense. I don't really have any other reasoning other than that. I felt like if we just had a bunch of tanks, that would just be weird. Uh, but Future Cartman has a little bit of a reason also behind the fighter with his abilities. So he has 2 abilities actually. He is a common card, which I decided, I don't think Cartman has a common version. It's either Rares, Epic, or he has that legendary with, of course, Grand Wizard Cartman. So he doesn't have a common card version, so I felt like he needed to have a common card. 187 health, 35 damage, a little bit scaled down, I believe, from what Sheriff Cartman's stat line is. Kind of a little hybrid in between that and some other fighter card that I try to look at stats for. I don't remember which one I went with, to be honest with you, off the top of my head. So his war cry that he has removes all negative effects from each future ally. So similar to what the effect of what Shaman Token does, but Shaman Token does to any card that's your ally unit. This one with Future Cartman only affects future cards. So I kind of thought with the future cards concept, it should work something like what Goth Kids do, right? That they synergize together. And then he also has a charge, so he has two different abilities, kind of like what McBerry Crunch does. His charged resets any boost from any Kyle unit. Now that would be both friendly and enemy. So I felt like, it would be something unique, but I felt like with the way his character dialogue, and I'll try not to ruin anything for any of you who haven't seen these episodes yet, but I decided with this future Cartman to not really, he really is trying to sabotage Kyle. That seems to be a lot of the big focus of what he's trying to do in these, in these episodes, right? These specials. So I felt like it had to have something tie into dealing with Kyle. So I felt like this was a unique one that wasn't really in the game yet, and thought maybe this would be something that would be unique, right? To have two different abilities similar again to what a legendary card does, and this is a common card, so take it with a grain of salt. But I thought, it's something that has to do with Kyle has to be involved with this card. So if the war cry goes away, that's fine. But the charge, I feel like something that involves Kyle still needs to be there to make more sense and tie it into this episode more together and all that kind of stuff. So there we go with Cartman. Let's go on to the next one now. Okay, so my future Kyle card, an epic range card, 4 energy cost, 108 health, 26 damage. He is going to have a war cry, or at least I feel like he needs a war cry, where he gives a health boost to all future allies. So every other Kyle card really focuses on adding damage, right? Or protections with, Human Kite and Kyle the Drow Elves all provide shielding, right? So there is no Kyle that heals. So let's have a Kyle that heals. Instead of just adding damage or adding protections, let's just heal up units, right? So his war cry at the beginning and this health boost would scale up, right? And I felt like it was around the same level of, I don't even know where I got this health boost scaling from. But I tried to not make it as overpowered as what Ninju does. Or anything. I'm not saying it's overpowered, but as strong as Ninju's, I guess, because Ninju is legendary. I think his health and his damage scaling for his base stats, I think I took from similar to Bounty Hunter Kyle, if my memory serves. But a 4-cost card, so in line with what Ninju is as well, and stuff like that. So it means it still could be, revived by Dar and all that kind of stuff. You could still have all those effects and things like that. So I thought with Future Kyle, I felt like it would need a different effect, not similar to what all the other ones have been with, damage boosting or protections. This one, a heal. So that was my card concept there for Future Kyle. Pretty basic and simple. Let's move on to the next card. Future Kenny. Of course, an assassin card. Going to be a rare version because Kenny doesn't have a rare version of an assassin card. So, I tried to kind of make sure, I tried to pan all the themes, right, for these cards that don't have these things. 70 health, 80 damage. I think this was scaled similar to, it was not as good as Mysterion's. I believe it was a little bit less than Cyborg Kenny's scaling. Or no, it was the same as 4S Monkey. The same scaling as 4S Monkey. That's what I went with. I'm pretty sure. Death Wish. He has a poison and slows the enemy unit that killed him for 9 seconds with COVID. I felt like, since in this, it's a mild spoiler, but Kenny's whole thing is Kenny gets COVID in this episode, or in these specials, right? And that's how he dies. So because of that, I felt like the COVID aspect needed to be involved in this. And again, it doesn't have to. But Kenny's Death Wish has had where he, removes your ability to do damage. He mind controls you. He kills you straight up. Well, not anymore, but anyway, Kenny used to do that. And all the different ways that Kenny kind of deals with you. Mysterion, right, comes back to life. So I felt like with this Death Wish needed to be something that was a little bit different. So I went with the poison and slow effect to kind of be what COVID does, right? COVID kind of, it makes you sick, right? It makes you move, I don't know, it affects stamina and different other things like that. So I felt like maybe that would tie together, right? All this makes total sense, I think. So there we go. With Future Kenny, pretty basic and simple. Rare version, doesn't have one. I don't know. This is just my thought. These are my concepts, guys. I can do whatever I want. But we got one more to talk about real quick, so let's talk about the last one here and wrap up the video. Okay, so Victor Chaos or Victor Chaos, of course, is Butters in his adult version, which we don't find out until the second episode who Victor Chaos is. And again, Butters doesn't have a legendary card, for the love of God, so I'm giving him one now. I know what you're saying. Druzy, holy crap, how many more legendaries in the neutral theme can we have? Well, one more. It's Victor Chows, damn it. 96 health, 96 damage, I believe scaled to Mysterion or Hanky, new Hanky levels, maybe? Mixture of Mysterion and Hanky, somewhere there. Um, he's going to have when Chaos hits an enemy, he uses the power of NFTs to stop enemy new kid's energy gain and boost his own new kid's energy instead. So this was my card concept, similar to kind of what Scout Ike does, right? But I felt like NFTs again had to be tied. I tried to bring it to what the episode has or what it's involved in. So I felt like it had to tie in to the specials and what the characters are doing in those specials and interactions within and all that kind of stuff. So with Victor Chaos, I know it's chaos, but he was called Victor Chaos for so long, so it's more fun to say. So when I just wanted NFTs to be involved, and I thought this would be a unique way. And I thought with it being a legendary, not only so he's basically stealing energy away and giving it to himself. So kind of like with NFTs, he's taking your money and absorbing it for himself. So similar concept, right? This is a flawless concept. I will fight anyone who says this one isn't great. I don't. I really, honestly, I'd like to see what your opinions, or even your concepts are in the comment section down below of this video with all this stuff. I had to save the best for last, right? My boy Butters, as an adult, Victor Chows. So there we go, guys, with my card concept video. Hope you guys did enjoy the video today. It was unique. It was something different. Tried out all that kind of stuff with my card concepts and everything like that. Yeah, this was a fun video to make. I'm not gonna lie, and it did take some time to make these card concepts. These card concepts I had to make completely from scratch. It does take a little bit of time to do. It took me a number of hours to make all these cards and to try to come up with the ideas. It isn't as easy as it looks. I want to see what your guys' are down below, though, and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I do plan to continue to make this not really a regular series, but sporadically throw this kind of series in there where I make these card concept videos like I have already in the past. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video again. And until next time, guys, you know who it is.